world is transforming every day. Right now, when we need a ride, we call Uber. When it used to be a taxi or a sudden call to your mom. Mom, I need a ride, but don't freak out, please. Lots of people won't even remember that we used to go to the library to search for a piece of information. Right now, it's a few clicks. Same story when it comes to auto manufacturers. Remember, it used to be only Germans with the crazy price tag that can offer you insane price tag and just a couple of new features. But right now, you have a number of better solutions, like this one, 2019 Kia K900. Since it's top of Kia's lineup, we got a lot to talk about. My name is Dennis, this is for Live Test Drive, and before this airplane is gonna screw my sound, shall we? Wait. Before we go anywhere, I need to make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and watch the newest and coolest bikes and cars every single week as soon as they come out. And we can take you for a ride, shall we? Usually you won't find me on the back of the vehicle, simply because I like to drive them. When it comes to 2019 Kia K900, that's basically the place where you should start, especially when you got this VIP reclining back seats. If I put my seatbelt on and we have enough gas, I'll be able to enjoy the next 400 miles. Man, it's so comfy. It's even more comfy than most of the SUVs. It's got so much space. But before I'm gonna soak up in this comfort and just basically fall asleep, let's talk about the details. What you can see on this back seat. You have these really large long doors. It's quite easy to get in and get out. And in my view, if you don't have time for some busy meeting, you can host one with your passenger right here. You have all the controls right next to your left hand. You have volume control, climate control, you have heated and ventilated back seats, you have shades, you have all the stereo controls, so you basically can play the music, turn the volume down, and right here you also got your QI wireless charger. You slide it in and boom, it's charging. If it's not enough, you got another charging USB that sits right in the armrest and another 12-volt plug. After spending some time on this back seat, I have to say I enjoy being here. I usually enjoy driving the car, but right now I have to say, hey, can you take me home? So besides all the controls, features and so much space, you also have something where you can chill, where you can relax, where you can spend some time thinking about the next big thing. It is comfortable, quiet and enjoyable. Another thing that I just found, they put the cup holders right next to the rear vents. So if you really prefer your drinks cold, you can easily adjust the temperature and you're gonna get the cold drink. Overall, the more time you spend on this rear seat, the more you realize, man, how good it is. One of the things I like most is the way that the front seats work. You can literally put them on the floor. This way you can see as far ahead as it gets, and there is no shortage when it comes to the front seat adjustments either. Power headrests, heated and ventilated front seats with auto turn on and off feature. You can see this 12.3-inch screen that sits on top of the front dash. It has UVO system with tons of adjustments settings. With the VIP package, you can get the second 12.3-inch screen that's gonna be replacing your driver's dash. Like right now, I can change the different layouts, I can make it look like a Mercedes, and in one click I can make it look like a BMW. Anyways, it's a great graphics and it looks beautiful. You got this beautiful outer screen. What I mean by that, when you shut down the engine, you have this video playing on this dash showing the Kia K900, and man, it looks beautiful. It would be some sort of a fancy feature if they wouldn't put the blind spot view when you turn your turn signal left or right, you get this view on the left and on the right side of the screen. So basically, instead of the speedo or RPMs, you get this view right from your mirror, right from the camera that sits under your mirror. Besides, you got the heads-up display. It does project your blind spots, it shows you the speed limit, your speedo, it does show you turn-by-turn navigation. It's literally packed with information. And when you build one of those, you basically have number of options in terms of the color and interior, and all you gotta do is just decide whether you wanna go with VIP package for 4 grand or not. So if you consider in one of those, most likely you will see every single feature like you see in our tester. There is no shortage when it comes to powering your devices. You got QI wireless charger here up front. You got the second one in the armrest on the back. Here's 12 volt, here's USB, here's another 12 volt, here's another USB. And no matter how many devices you'd like to charge, you will be able to do it here. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, they've got it all. It's paired with Lexicon 17 speaker system, and I have to say we saw those speakers in other vehicles, but to be honest, they bump up the quality and soundstage. Let's talk about the engine. It's got 3.3 liter V6 twin turbo engine that produces 365 horsepower, so literally you got 1 horsepower a day in your calendar. Yeah, I know, it's an old joke. And it's got 376 pound-feet of torque. And what's important, you've got this torque between 1300 RPMs and 4500 RPMs. Speaking of putting your foot down, it sounds beautiful, it sounds exciting, it's got emotions. Until you start reading the manual and you see that they are playing the sounds through the speaker. Why? I guess the good excuse would be, hey, it's a luxury vehicle, we'd like to make sure it's gonna be quiet and enjoyable for long rides. Well, in the vehicle where you have those buttons, you have selectors, you have adjustable suspension, why wouldn't you have active exhaust? This engine paired with 8-speed automatic transmission, and you have all-wheel drive system that has electronically controlled transfer case. So it can play with this power between different wheels, front and back, in order to give you most of the traction. And usually when you're talking about numbers like horsepower, usually you have to say something about gas mileage. I don't know if you would ever buy Kia K900 and you would care about the gas mileage, but here's the number. 18 city, 25 miles per gallon on the highway. So crazy number of adjustments for the seats, front and back. You have so much luxury packed into this vehicle. And besides just seats, luxury interior and everything that you see here, you also have electronically adjustable suspension. So you can choose between custom, comfort, sport and eco. And if you would be dare enough, you can hold this button and it's gonna turn smart mode. When it comes to safety, well, you've got it all. You have smart cruise control, which is basically driving itself. Well, I shouldn't be doing it, but hey, it can. It really does. Yep. Yeah, keep your hands on the steering wheel. What if I'm gonna zip tie a bottle here? Just kidding, don't do it. I never said that. Sorry. Based on the number of regulations, they cannot call it autonomous yet, but you can get a taste of it. It drives really good. It follows the lane, it goes through the curves, it sees the vehicles in front of you. It's got so much technology and safety packed into this Kia. Look at the materials and interior itself. Really high quality wood pieces, leather, you feel it. It's put together with great taste and attention to detail. For most of the people, this is your executive suite that can be finished without proper clock. So look around, get a feel. Now you can understand how much effort and attention to detail Kia put into this new K900. Sure thing, we like the 2019 Kia K900. Features, value, luxury, it's got it all. So we were curious to see if people would recognize it is actually Kia if we take a duct tape and hide all the badges. And here's how it went. Would you mind to tell me how much you spent for Mercedes?
I think they're paying almost $800 a month.
And like, here's what Kia does right now. Basically, they feed in together all the ideas, like a dash, you know, the design ideas. You will see same signature stuff. It's really good. It's 60K MSRP.
I can tell you that this probably has a lot more advanced equipment in it as far as technology goes than this one does, but this is, I feel, a lot safer in a Mercedes. I've had experience personally and as well as family. So I've been driving that same exact model for 40 years now, 39 years. So
I understand. I understand.
Every 3 years I threaten I'm going to change.
I hear you.
Another one exactly like the one that I had. But it's a very nice car.
Thanks. Like yours.
My sister, she has a Mercedes and she's thinking of the Kia now. She has the E350. She really likes this Kia. So she's thinking about getting rid of her. She has a new Mercedes. She's not really, she's done with it.
Lots of people having so much trouble with them.
Yes, and so, and she is too. Yeah.
And this one offers like 100,000.
I have a new Jaguar convertible, but but it does look similar. My sister, she knows her cars or whatever. So.
Yeah, it looks very similar in terms of the headlights, interior, everything, and they have 59,900 MSRP.
And they're probably a lot less money too, huh?
Half.
Yeah, probably half of my Jaguar too.
Well, I'm trying to cheat, so that's not good, right?
Either a BMW, a Kia, or a Sterling.
Well, I'll tell you this. I thought this said almost cars and SUVs look the same. It didn't see the emblem on it.
Yes.
It's not bad leather, so that's looks like pretty nice leather for a Kia.
They got the for $4,000 package, which is called VIP. So the rear is reclines, the front goes all the way front, so you can stretch the legs, like really sleep there.
That's pretty stretch. A Kia or a BMW, right?
I'll give you a hint.
That's so funny because I will say this. My husband and I say all the time, like all the SUV and cars, everything looks alike pretty much. Except
I agree, and
Porsche
like
has a certain body style that's definable, but very few cars.
only if you look at the grille and you will say like, yeah, I know other Kia vehicles got the same style of the grille, but when you turn headlights on, like this one, right? This is so Mercedes.
Oh, see, I didn't know that was a Mercedes.
Yeah, they just basically flipped it, and it looks quite similar to Germans.
It does.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks for the input.
So I was walking up, I was trying to figure that out, and for some reason a Buick, kind of a very upscale Buick, came across to me, but I don't think that's what it is.
No, it's not American. It's not
okay.
American. They're trying to compete with Cadillac. Most of the people wouldn't even recognize,
Yes.
which really,
Yeah,
the big bummer
Okay,
for
yeah,
them.
'cause you're hiding all of the
Yes.
all of the giveaways.
And if you look like inside, that it's really hard to tell like what's in it because we're hiding all the logos everywhere. But it looks quite good in terms of the luxury and features.
Sure.
So if not like American, what would you
listen.
guess?
Well, I guess Jaguar is American these days, isn't it?
I guess too, yeah.
I was thinking it was my, and I'm not that familiar with the foreign cars being either having Chevys or Toyotas for years. But it's Kia. Oh, does that mean that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Kia.
Okay.
What's
Yeah, no,
really
you've really made a step up.
Yes, this is the Kia's top of the line K900. What they're trying to do, like most of the upscale, high-level sedans from Germans or from any other brand, even if you take Lincoln, for example, it starts somewhere like 67, 70 grand and going up, right? But this starts at 60 and it has way more features than most of the Mercedes, BMW and so on.
Very nice car.
Try to compare it to other brands. Lexus, Lincoln, Cadillac, you will pay at least 10 grand more than you would spend for Kia K900. You would probably ask what Kia cannot offer you. Well, the answer is simple. The fancy badge on the hood, on the steering wheel and on the back. What they do offer you is a different philosophy. They don't want to rip you off to have this badge. They offer you a great investment that might not be the most obvious decision, but the one that you should consider going for. I've heard everyone likes cats. I've got one. Hey Kitty, I call you my microphone. Kitty, we'll do another car review or motorcycle. Yes? If they subscribe? Okay. Well, you've heard it. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell and watch the newest and coolest cars and bikes every single week as soon as they come out.